What's up, guys? I wanted to do a quick video showing you guys what my life is like now, because I feel so happy. It's insane. Like, don't get me wrong, there's times where I feel overwhelmed or anxious or nervous, but I have everything that I need to be at my best in my life, and I've never had this before. And so it's so exciting because, like, in the past, there was always some huge obstacle in my life. Like, there was some big problem at home, or somebody was sick, or I was sick, or I hated my job, or something. And I knew that there was this big thing holding me back. Whereas now, I am literally the only thing holding me back. And it's so amazing because I've just been progressing a lot and learning so much, and I feel so enriched, like I'm really starting to bridge the gap between who I am now and who I really want to be, right? Like, you know, that feeling where you're not as much as you could be. I feel like I'm really working on that, and I've made big progress for that, right? One of the things, for example, is structure. In my life, I've struggled to have regularity and routine in my life, and also to eat properly. These are problems I've had in the past. So I'm going to quickly give you an overview and show you what my average day is like here. Keep in mind, I live with like 6 or 7 other people in a whole floor of a building, and I feel like I have plenty of space, but also I get to socialize and be around people that I really love and care about. It's freaking amazing. So I wake up, and this is my bed. Okay, this is my room. Here we go. Ba-bum. And I'm trying to make my bed. That's a thing I care about now, right? Like, right now, okay, you can see all these little folds and stuff. That honestly actually, like, bothers me a bit. There's some kind of satisfaction. Like, it's not, I hate making my bed in the morning. Like, I absolutely hate it. When I wake up, I don't want to do anything aside from stay in bed and go to sleep. But I get up anyway, and then that feeling goes away, right? But what I've found is that if I make my bed, even though I hate it, then there's this moment that happens later on in the day, okay? See, I just went outside, yada yada, doing whatever, and then go back inside, and then boom! Bed's made. It makes me feel happy. There's something about like if I'm making my bed, I feel like my shit's together. Whereas if I'm not making my bed, I feel like my shit's not together. And this isn't really that logical, because I could not make my bed and then work on like 5 hours of life-changing stuff, and I'd still feel like my shit's not together. Whereas I could make my bed and then go play Dark Souls for like 3 hours, and I'd feel like my shit's together. So it doesn't really make sense, but I've been making my bed for that reason, right? So usually I will wake up around 6 on the weekdays. On the weekends, or if I'm sick, like I have a headache, then I'll sleep in. But typically I wake up at 6, and the reason for that is because of my friends. Everybody is at work right now, or school or something. So I live with Aldo and Orlando's half of the house, which is this part. And then there's this entryway here, right? And if you see, there's a staircase. This is like the annex way. So then there's this house. And this is the house that I spend most of my time in, aside from when I'm working in my room. This is where Alba and Camila and Itchel live. And also Flavio is here a lot as well. So normally I will come into this part of the house at 6 because the others are usually getting up and going to work or something like this, right? So I get a chance to see them before they go to their jobs. And I need to clean because I cooked last night and it's kind of messy. But another thing that I do that's like a structured thing I do almost every day is wake up and then water the plants, because there's a lot of plants out here. And that's been really great. Also, feed the cats. Or, as I like to say, feed the ants, because there's a whole colony of ants that tends to eat the cat food. It's really funny, actually, to watch the cats try and eat their food while their food is covered in ants, because they're like, and then sometimes the ants get on their paws and they have to like shake them off and they start walking around all weird. It's great, guys. Like, it's hilarious. I highly encourage you to feed your cats in a way where ants infest their food and the cats have to fight the ants for it. It's incredibly amusing. Okay. But yeah, that was the thing. So normally I'll wake up around 6, and then I'll come here and do that. And normally I still want to be asleep at this point, right? I'm like, oh, it's 6. I don't want to wake up, yada, yada. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. I go water the plants, interact with the others for a bit, eat some breakfast, I've eaten breakfast every day. Maybe I've skipped breakfast like 1 or 2 days in the 50 days I've been here, which is awesome because I used to skip breakfast a lot. But now like I'll eat breakfast and lunch, and sometimes I skip dinner. Whereas before, sometimes I would skip breakfast, sometimes I would skip lunch, and I would always eat dinner. So it's like the opposite of what it used to be, right? But then there's this other habit, because this is all like supplementary stuff, right? The thing that's really, really been making me feel super happy is this Skillshare challenge that I'm doing. So I did a video specifically about this, but it'll probably be published after this video. So let me show you real quick. Essentially what I do is I go over to the other house, I eat breakfast, water the plants, feed the cats, and then you see the others off. Alba goes to work in her job. Camila works from home, so I often like hang out with her and interact with her during the day, whereas Alba and Flavio have day jobs. So if they're here, they will leave at like 6, and sometimes earlier than that. But this habit that I have now is super awesome. Like super, super awesome. It gets me out of the headspace of, oh, I feel a bit groggy, and into the headspace of, I want to make my life better, like almost guaranteed. And it's super fast, okay? So what I have here is I have a spreadsheet. Oh, no, stop the music! Where's the music coming from? Here it is. Okay, there we go. I have this spreadsheet, right? So if I adjust here, you might be able to see. It's kind of backwards. But basically, there's a bunch of links, right? All of these links, there's 2 columns of links. One corresponds to a bunch of YouTube videos about Skillshare, and the other column corresponds to courses on Skillshare. So every day I wake up, do my chore-y things, and then I come over here and I take one Skillshare course and I watch one YouTube video on Skillshare, one YouTube video about Skillshare from another YouTuber, right? So then I can kind of grow my perspective. Because ultimately, my dream for life right now is to be able to learn online and then to take the information I'm learning, consolidate it, put it into smaller, more accessible chunks, and then make courses out of that. Like, that's what I want. I want to be this entity that takes information, takes like 5 or 6 hours to learn something, and then puts that same information into like 1 hour or 30 minutes, right? I want to be in a state where I'm constantly learning and being exposed to new information and also meeting new people. And what's awesome about this is because of the YouTube channel and because of the fact that there's like 16,000 subscribers, you guys are awesome. Because of that, I can that's like my resume. I can reach out to people, be like, hey, this is my YouTube channel, and then they'll let me interview them. Like, it's amazing. I can get like, it's so easy for me to set up Skype calls now because there's a reputation on YouTube, and it's just like blowing my mind. I never dreamed that my life would look like this. I mean, I guess that's not true. I definitely like wanted a life like this, and I wanted to be a YouTuber for like 3 years before I even made my first YouTube video. So it's not accurate to say I never wanted this, right? But like, if I look at my past and the things that I accepted about my life and the way that I thought that, oh, this is just how the world works, these kind of things, I don't know, it almost feels like a dream having this life now. Like, I don't know. Crazy, guys. All right, so now you know what my life is like. I'll be doing more videos in the future of the other people I live with, because it's funny because I've done like 2 or 3 videos where I'm showing the house or walking around like this, but it's always empty because everyone's at work. Whereas in reality, I'm quite often actually around people. Like, I'm usually not alone except for the part of the day where I'm working. The rest of the day I usually spend with friends. It's amazing, honestly. I can't think of a single thing in my life right now that I would want to be different. And that's insane. Like, that's really insane. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to want something to change. Like, at some point, I'll probably want to be in some kind of romantic relationship in the future or something. But for now, like, holy shit, my life is amazing. And it's all thanks to you guys. seriously, like for watching these YouTube videos and letting me have this audience, like working with you guys, it's been great. And so, that being said, if you guys want to talk, I have been doing a weekly meeting or mastermind group or whatever. We're not really sure what it is yet, but it meets every Friday, although that's probably going to change. And right now there's only 2 other regular people there, although 12 people have joined the Discord chat. So if you want to be part of this regular meeting where we can talk in person, I'll get to know you, all this fun stuff, then look in the description, check out Zoom, and check out Discord. All right? And also, check out Skillshare. Seriously, it's like really awesome. Maybe that's just because of how much free time I have, but I can rely on taking a Skillshare course and I won't feel interested in it in the beginning, but then by the end of the course, I feel awake and alive and I want to improve my life and apply what I'm learning. And like, that's amazing. It's super, super useful. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.